I don't feel like I have to lie to any of the women that I deal with. That's why I ain't got no females coming after me, talking bad about me, you know what I'm saying, throwing, you know what I'm saying, stuff through my windshield, messing up my tires, breaking in my house. I don't have none of that. Okay. You know why? Because I'm honest with them. So I gave you the option to deal. What you mad at?
So if you were so honest, then why you on the T-app? Welcome to another episode of Kind Girls Talk with the ultimate kind girl, Toni Merced. And today, we done brought him back, you know, Mr. Clarity, Blake, coming in here. We're gonna have a discussion, you know, because I like for him to talk for y'all men out there. I like to hear what he got to say. So, I want to ask you a question. We're gonna do an icebreaker.
We're going straight into it, ain't we?
Straight into it. What is a soft life for a man?
A soft life for a man? That sounds feminine.
I mean, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying?
That sounds like real feminine.
What's a soft life for a man?
I don't know what that is.
What would you think a soft life for a man?
I don't know. For me, honestly, like if I'm handling all my business and taking care of you and taking care and make sure you live in the life that you want to live and you live in the life of everything that you and I'm providing for you, then for you to provide me a soft life would be things that get done naturally without me having to ask, and like washing clothes, taking care of the house, having a home cooked meal when I get home. You know, just life. Yeah. I feel like it sounds feminine. You know what I'm saying? Because the word soft life, but I just feel like it's a woman of a certain caliber catering to her man. There's nothing wrong with doing that. And
that's the soft life for a man. That's the life you think.
A man. I just saw you the other day. Now you was doing some soft. You was making sure your husband had a soft life. Was you not?
You gotta tell him what I was doing.
We all at the pool. And I see she's giving her man a husband a pedicure. And I was like, that's so dope. You know, the kids run around in the pool and she's taking care of her husband, catering to her husband. And I was looking and I said, that's dope. I said, maybe I could settle down and find me a good woman. And you know what I'm saying? And I get that type of treatment. Maybe so.
I try to say to myself, why would I have him go to some other woman to do his nails?
Ooh, that's real.
Why I can't do them?
I agree.
From when he want his waxes, anything that another woman can potentially do, I'm going to do.
So essentially, you're providing a soft life for your husband.
Okay.
Am I right?
I'm gonna clock him on that. Okay. So I am providing a soft life for him. You know, that's he's like he's my baby. You know, he takes very good care of me. So. That's what you gotta do.
And that's exactly what I said.
Okay.
So essentially, we're saying the same thing.
He wouldn't have seen it, but he wanted it out. But okay, so let me ask you this. Do you know the difference between emotionally honest and emotional intelligence?
I was just talking about emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, to me, is knowing when and knowing where and knowing how to say certain things at certain times.
Yes.
So for instance, like, let's say I disagree with something in front of people and I'm married to my so-called spouse.
Okay.
I'm not supposed to approach her or deal with that issue at that time. I'm supposed to pull them to the side once we're away from people instead of making a scene. That's emotional intelligence.
Yes.
That's knowing the right thing to do at the right time.
Okay.
Now, for instance, me and one of my partners was going back and forth and I was talking about like dudes that go to jail for CDV, which I've never been arrested for nothing domestic.
Okay.
So, and my stance was those type of men don't have emotional intelligence because they let their emotions get the best of them at that time and they end up, you know what I'm saying? It goes both ways because let me just say men, because women as well, because they get charged with CDV too. So emotional intelligence is knowing certain situations to walk away from. Like a dude can step on my shoes and get mad and be aggressive with me, but I know what could happen from that. So I'm like, my bad. You know what I'm saying? My bad, ain't nothing. Now, if he chooses to be aggressive more, that's on him. But I'm like, bro, it's just some shoes. It's not no big of a deal. People done got killed for things like that. You know what I'm saying? So when you use...
What's that song, stepping on my Air Force One. No?
I don't, yeah, that ain't it. Do what you do, but wash my shoes.
See it? Yeah.
That's
okay.
how it. That's how I think. That's what
Damn,
you talking
what I was
about.
listening to.
That's my point.
My point is, I feel like the music from then, like, is projecting on us now.
But again, you shouldn't place yourself in certain environments where people are like that around you. Not saying that you're better than people, but you got to know where to put your energy in your space.
See, where you gonna haul? So let me ask you this: what about going back to relationships with emotional intelligence? Right? What about emotionally honest?
Emotionally honest is what I am.
Oh, okay.
It's what I am. And it causes a lot of problems.
So tell us what that is.
Emotionally honest is, despite what your emotions feel about something,
you say it anyway.
I tell you the truth regardless. So if somebody was to walk in here, let's say my girl, for instance, hey, do I look fat in this dress? Yes. The emotional intelligent thing to do would to be, no, you look good.
Maybe, you know, change your outfit, say in a softer way.
But the emotional honest answer would be, yes, you look fat. But then you got to worry about the argument that comes from that because you just told her the truth.
Well, let me ask you this. Would you want your woman to be more emotionally honest with you or emotionally intelligent? For an example, my little baby, she's 7 years old, right? This lady came over there. She cooks all fresh food. We hired her for a day to cook some food at the house, all fresh. And Sophia ate it and looked and walked away to the other room and spit it out. And then told me, Mom, and mind you, she's 7.
That's so
She's
Sophia.
7. Some kids at that age wouldn't understand. They would be like, ew, this is nasty.
You would have said it straight to that person's face.
Said it straight to their face. But she thought about how that woman felt and, hey, if I said this out loud, how would it affect her? She thought about that. So she would be emotionally intelligent. But
again, who? This is deep for me because for me personally, I felt like if she would have spit it out of her face, she would have showed her that you might need to work on making better food. You get what I'm saying?
I mean, I hear that.
I think that's what's the problem with the world today. People have gone away from people being upfront and honest. People are catering to people's feelings. People are catering to how you feel. Now, like you go to school, you see kids. I give you a prime example, the Dwayne Wade situation. For somebody to say, oh, I feel like I'm a girl. No, you are a boy. You know what I'm saying? That's catering to somebody's feelings. That's not what you are. You are a boy. Yes. You get what I'm saying? But the world has created this fictional way of thinking to where you live in a state of delusion. Like, that's not even real.
Well, tell me, why are men doing that?
I have no idea.
Because men are coming up with it.
I don't think men are coming up with that.
I don't think women
I think
are.
that's a really, I think it's wealthy white men, honestly.
They want to be women?
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, I ain't saying it like exactly, but it's deeper, man. We can go into deep. I don't feel like digging that deep.
I mean, my thing is this. I'm not going to judge you based off of what you want. No,
that's not true.
That's not true.
You are.
I am going to judge you, but I'm not going to treat you funny for my judgment.
I agree with that.
I don't have to agree with you. I don't have to like what you're doing. I don't have to sit here and throw hate at you, but I don't have to like it. So
I agree with that 100%. I'm going to judge you because we all judge.
We all do.
But if you're living in your truth and you are who you say you are, I can only respect that. Yes. Now, I can respect it. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you are who you say you are. So I may not rock with it, I might not hang with you, but you are who you say you are.
But I do agree when it comes to parents, you need to go ahead and say, at an early age, let kids be kids.
Yes, of course.
You can't sit here and be like, yeah, this kid right here is a boy or a girl, and they are a girl or a boy, and have them dress the opposite sex.
Right. But you got understand a lot of parents, these new modern day parents, are not with their children. They're letting tablets, TV, gadgets, they're letting these other things raise their children. So when they look online and on YouTube and their favorite YouTube star is doing something, click, 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 it's clicking in their head. They're programming. You're programming your child to like something, and it may not be. You get what I'm saying?
I agree.
But you're not even aware of what they're watching. You get what I'm saying? So it's deep. Now we can go down.
People need to monitor that stuff because that's crazy.
Exactly.
I definitely agree with you on that. So let me ask you this: When it comes down to you having a woman, let's go back to that question. You want her to be emotionally honest or emotionally intelligent?
Both. The reason why I say both is I'm in a state of my life to where I don't feel like I have to lie to any of the women that I deal with. And sometimes being brutally honest can hurt. So at the end of the day, right, it's like you knew what type of guy you got into a situation with. You thought you had the power to change the situation. You weren't able to do so. But at least you can go back and say, he never lied to me. At least he kept it real with me the whole time. That's why I ain't got no females coming after me, talking bad about me. You know what I'm saying? Throwing, you know what I'm saying, stuff through my windshield, messing up my tires, breaking in my house. I don't have none of that. Okay. You know why? Because I'm honest with them. So I gave you the option to deal. What you mad at? So
if you were so honest, then why you on the T-app?
From
my understanding, you had a couple of pictures.
First of all, no. They put me on there and took me off. I got hit up out of nowhere. That's how I was informed that I was on there. Okay. Because I first made a post that I don't think I deal with females that's
on the T-app.
Yeah, that's not my type of chicks in my mind. You know what
type of chicks you think using the T-app?
That ain't got no motion, they ain't got nothing going on in real life.
Not the no motion.
No motion, nothing going on in real life. You got time to sit on the app and talk about other people. See, the thing about my T-app is my homegirl hit me up and said, everything they said about you is true. She said they ain't say nothing that was a lie. So you can't be mad at it because no lie was said.
So what they say about you?
They said, you want to read it verbatim? You want to read it? I can read it verbatim. Hold on.
I want you to tell me what they said about you on the T-app. You gotta let the kinders know.
They said you are arrogant, will never be happy with one chick, somebody to have fun with and not take serious. Somebody said you had somebody else said it's like just a little above average size. Someone was like, you take a lot of different girls out of town and it's weird. And how you have a podcast or on some podcasts and you really ain't on no G, something like that. To me, it wasn't really bad. They was just hating. So you said all that's true. So you think you arrogant? I don't think I'm arrogant. That's for somebody that don't know me. I think they would be like, he probably, I wouldn't say arrogant if you really know him. Outside looking in from the things I post and how I present myself online, yeah, maybe so you could say he might be arrogant, but if you was to be around him, you're like, he just a confident nigga. And what was the second thing? What they say? What was the second thing? Will never be happy with one chick. Yeah, I want to know that. Do you think that that's true? Do you think that men can live a life single? And if they do, are they truly happy? I seen a post where it said something about if this man was a man of ancient time, would he be a king with many concubines? And I was like, that hit home because it's not from my understanding, I honestly believe this, and this is just what I believe, this is my philosophy, nobody else, and you ain't gotta agree with me. Y'all hear Physically, a man is not meant to be with one woman for the rest of his life. That's my logic. I ain't saying it's nobody else's logic. Nobody else gotta agree to that. But I don't think, especially a certain type of man, you know what I'm saying, you're not meant to be. Like, it's just too much access, it's too much social media, it's too much. Seriously, it's too much lust out here, you know what I'm saying? It's too much lust. And all because you can't control yourself, because we're going back to controlling as a man and standards. You want to say that you should be able to be with multiple women. No, I'm honest. No, I'm honest with the women, though. So if I'm telling them the truth and be like, well, you already know y'all might coexist better as sister wives if I was to tell all my homies. I'm like, y'all might can be sister wives, right? You already know my opinion when it comes down to, women past 30. What's your opinion? Past 30, you know what I'm saying, it gets to be lonely. You be sitting there by yourself and you don't mind sitting here saying, you know what, we gonna be sister wives because well, at least we got a man that's taking care of both of us, so we can share him. I don't mind sharing because I don't want to be by myself. Because you missed the prime time of going out there, finding your man. You was too busy going out there partying, going different places, hooking up with every single different man just to get that good feeling, instead of finding you a nice, wholesome man and being focused. But that is a Western civilization standpoint. I don't have to be confined by where I'm at.
But do you look in the mirror and are you truly happy?
In what aspect of life?
What you mean? I'm just
in
saying,
what aspect of life?
Just being by yourself. You know, you got different women. You giving your energy to so many different women. Multiple. I'm not even gonna just sit here and say it too about you. I'm saying to most men, they give their energy to so many different women. You know, because you're a plug. You know what I'm saying? And you're plugging that outlet. And you giving it energy, and you spreading yourself so many different ways. Do you think that drains you?
It does.
As a man?
It does, because I've had conversations, and even my close friends have told me, like, if you was to focus and be locked in with one woman, you'll be such a greater person, because you'll have so much more. Your focus would be so much. You'll be more in line than what you get. You'll be able to hit certain goals. She would be a helpmate to hit those goals.
Yeah.
All type of things. I've heard that.
And I believe that it's very true for women to be vampires. I think that's very true, where they can suck all the energy out of you. You stick that dang on penis in them, they will take all your energy. They sucking it, and then you leave being drained. So men think, you say you want to have multiple different partners, but that shit's hard to keep up.
I'll be dealing with all these vampires.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And you know what? I never even considered that. But you know, people believe in soul ties and stuff like that.
I do. Yeah, I believe in all that.
I ain't no fan of that. I don't think that's fictional.
Why?
Because the man inserts, the woman holds the realm. So if the man inserts and the woman holds the realm, she sticks with what stays in her. I don't stick with what stays in me, because it's like a cup. If I was to have a cup of water and I put my hand in a cup of water multiple times, the cup of water is gonna get dirty. But if I put an object inside that cup of water and take that cup of water,
you're not gonna sit here and compare a cup of water to a round.
It makes a lot of sense.
No, because no, it don't.
It makes great sense.
If you're saying that it's a realm, and that is our universe, and we're allowing you to enter our universe.
Do you know how profound that was? That was very, you listen to what I said. That was very profound.
You said, that was,
a woman is being inserted.
No, it
sounded actually profound if you ask me.
Dirty. I'm exit that for the ladies.
The man cannot be as unclean as the woman. That was my way of saying that. That's all I can say. That's why a woman was never meant to exist and deal with multiple men as though men are able to deal. That's why it's designed like that.
No.
That's a double standard that will always be. It will never go away.
We want to talk about women being more of a hoe than men being hoes.
But society has created that dynamic.
If she says, I want to go out here, I don't want a husband, I want to lay up with different men. I want to gain them, lay down and get on my back, get on top. Whatever she want to do, she can do.
She's not looked at as clean. She's going to be an unclean woman.
And what about the man?
The man's not going to be.
He can be a very unclean man.
Look. Women seek the most highly attractive man. So when he walks into the room and all these other women look at their man,
I disagree.
They like, my man is him.
No, I disagree.
That is true.
I disagree, because it could be women out there.
Now let's flip it. Let's say if the most baddest, most attractive woman was to walk in the room, but all these men in the room have said, look at her and say, I done had her. She's losing all her value.
Lie.
Even with the women is still gonna.
They lie.
I'm just saying. You get the point I'm making.
No, I don't.
You get the point I'm making.
Because again, you talking about a man walking into the room and the women go crazy over it. It'd be unattractive men. So you can't even sit here and talk about.
They might got money though. Money rule the world. You know what I'm saying?
That's another.
They might got money.
Topic that you throwing in. You adding another attribute. But when it come down to a woman, and she's choosing to do what she want to do, she can do what she want to do.
She can.
So we can't have these double standards. We got to stop.
That's the double standard that's never going to go away. But you ever seen the episode where Drea says your wholeness can go away? Once a woman a hoe, she always a hoe.
All the hoes I know is married.
Them niggas, they know they was hoes.
Don't matter.
Them niggas ain't know they was hoes.
Saving it. Look, they don't have to live. So
look, the niggas, but other niggas is like, boy,
and you know what he's saying? I don't give a. They ain't got her now. Her rim is clean.
They been had her. They been up in that rim.
Did y'all catch that?
They been up through there.
Her cup is clean now.
Well, if that's what you want to say, then hey.
So wait, what did you learn today on Kind Girls Talk?
I learned that a woman could never be a man.
You know what? If this was school, he would fail.
How would I have failed?
Condas. Put some comments below and let me know what y'all think about this episode. Y'all, thank you so much for tuning in on another episode of Kind Girls Talk. Make sure you subscribe and like below.